So welcome everyone to Podium Super Up. Podium is a super achiever-led educational platform for co-curricular content taught by the world's best teachers. Also, the courses we will be launching shortly are contemporary dance, drama, calligraphy, logical reasoning, blogging, creative writing, and public speaking. These programs will be taught by the world's best teachers, and we look forward to seeing you participate in those programs. Also, please follow our Facebook page, that's facebook.com/podium classes, for regular updates and recorded sessions. Guys, today we have with us Ms. Shreya Sabharwal. Ms. Shreya is faculty uh, at, at Natanam Academy and is impaneled with the Indian Council of Cultural Relations. She has been doing various stage performances in India and abroad. She has also been part of various productions and has been felicitated with Menaka Award in Inter-University Youth Festival. On behalf of Team Podium, I thank Ms. Shreya for joining us today. Welcome, ma'am. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Simran. Hello, everybody. I am Shreya Sabharwal. I'm an Odissi dancer from Mumbai, and I am disciple of Guru Srimati Shubhada Varadkar. Actually, my Guru, Shubhda ji, was supposed to come for the workshop, but because she's unwell, so I'll be conducting this workshop on her behalf. Thank you so much for letting me a part of this wonderful initiative by Podium School. So today, as we all know, you all have been having various wonderful workshops on dance, music, and subjects. Now I'll show you a short clipping, a short information about Odissi. Just give me a minute. I'll just share the video with you.
Namaskar. Odissi is an Indian classical dance style from the eastern part of India. Natya Shastra, an encyclopedia on Indian dance, drama and music, written around 2nd century AD, has referred to this dance style as Audra Magadhi Nritya Shaili. Until the turn of the last century, Odissi used to be performed in the temples of Orissa. In the temple of Jagannath at Puri, temple girls, known as Maharis, used to perform this dance for their deity Lord Jagannath. Odissi recital usually begins with Mangalacharan.
As it was mentioned in the video, that Odissi has originated from the eastern states of Odisha. And the Mahari dancers, they mentioned that they used to dance for which deity, which lord they used to dance for in Odisha. Temple dancers used to dance for God. Yes, Lord Jagannath. Okay, so basically Odissi dance, the postures of Odissi dance have come from the deity Lord Jagannath. Now I will show you a short clipping on Lord Jagannath. Okay, so you all could see the idol of Lord Jagannath. You all could see. So what color was he in? What was the color of the god? Black. And which god is also associated with black color? Which other god is associated with color black, dark color? Okay. Which other god is associated with dark? Yes, Lord Krishna. So Jagannath ji and Krishna, they are forms of Lord Vishnu, who's also dark in, is called as dark in color. Okay. Now, did you see the posture of? Did you see the idol of the Lord Jagannath? How was it? How were the hands of Lord Jagannath? Here. Okay. So I will show you today that what are the main basic postures in Odissi dance. Okay. If you must have seen the posture of Lord Jagannath, his hands were like this. Am I right? Did you see the idol clearly? Just show me thumbs up if I'm showing the correct hands. Yes. So his hands were like this. Now when we are dancing, okay, when we are doing Odissi, so there are two important stances or postures we call in Odissi dance. Now look at my first posture. Look at my legs. Can everybody see? Okay. So this posture that I just showed you, it is called Chauk. It is called Chauk in Odissi. Now when we learn Odissi dance, we have to learn basic steps in Odissi. I'm sure the children who are learning Bharatanatyam and who are learning Kathak, they know that we learn basic steps first in order to learn the dance properly. We have to learn certain basic steps. For example, when you have to learn maths, don't you have a set of rules and set of steps that you have to follow? If you have to do addition, you have to do 1 plus 1 and then you get the answer. Similarly, in dance, we learn many postures, many steps in different postures, and then we add them together and it beautifully collaborates into a nice dance piece. Okay, so this was the first posture in Odissi. It is called Chauk. And when we start learning Odissi, we have to learn 10 steps in this posture. In Chauk, we learn 10 steps. I will show you them later. Not all, I'll show you a few steps in Chauk. Now the second posture, one of the most important posture in Odissi is called Tribhang. Tribhang. Tri means 3. Bhang is bent. Now see my legs. In Chauk, my legs were out, knees were out, feet were turning out. Now in Tribhang, I'll keep one leg behind the other leg. Okay, one leg will be pointing towards the right corner and the other leg will be pointing towards left. Then I'll slowly bend to one side and lift my head. Now you can see 3 bends. 1, 2, 3. This is called Tribhang. Now in this posture also, we have 10 steps. Was it clear to everybody? Could everybody see clearly? Huh? So which are the two basic postures in Odissi? Who will tell me? You can type over there. Anybody can answer. Everybody can answer. Whoever understood. You all can share it in the chat. Which are the two postures in Odissi? Tribhang, correct. And it's Chauk. With the end. Correct. C-H-A-U-K-H. Chauk and Tribhang. Okay? Now, let's do one thing. Let us everybody get up and do Chauk. Let's do a posture in Chauk. Chalo, very good. Now I'll show you how to take the posture slowly. First, everybody stand with your feet together. First, everybody have your feet joined together. Keep your hands. Make a box out of both your hands. Okay? Fist. Make a fist. Keep your fist like this near your waist. Now see my feet are joined together. Now slowly, first open your legs. Then make them parallel and turn both your knees and toes outside and sit in Chauk. Now can I see everybody one by one? Has everybody taken the Chauk position? Vanshika, very good Vanshika. I could see Vanshika, very nicely done. Then Vijay, show me. Who else will show me? I should be able to see your postures. If your camera is not adjusted, how will I see? Okay, let me see all. Keep your back straight. Very good, Kanika, but Kanika, keep your back straight. Okay. Who else? Very good. I can see. Very good. I can see most of you have got it. Show me, everybody. Remember to keep your toes out and knees out and keep your back straight while taking the posture. Who else is left? Some people, their videos are not on. Divya, Shivansh, Disha. Yeah, Leena. Leena, can I see your posture? In chalk? Yes. Okay. Don't bend too much also. Don't sit too much. Okay. One more thing I have to tell you. Now, did you get how to do the posture? After you've taken the posture, you all must check whether the distance between both your legs are correct. It should not be too big and it should not be too small. Okay. The distance should be just right. How will you check the distance whether it is right or not? Take your thumb. Take both your thumbs, join it together, measure. Measure. This is the distance. This is the distance between your legs. So if it is more than that, then it is not chalk. Or if it is less than that, then it is not chalk. This is the right distance between your legs. Okay? So this was chalk. Now, shall we take a Tribhang posture? Everybody is clear with chalk? Does anybody have questions? Can ask me about chalk posture. This is the most important posture in Odissi. Both. Does anybody have questions? Everybody is clear? Show me thumbs up. Okay, very good. No doubts. That's very nice. I think we have all artists here. Brilliant, brilliant. Very good. Now I will show you the second posture. Which was the second posture? I had mentioned the name. Can anybody? Yes. Who is it? Ipsy. You have doubt. What doubt do you have, Ipsy? Where's Ipsy? Ipsy wanted to ask me something. Ipsy, please ask. What do you want me to say? Second posture or about the first posture? Tribhang I'm showing. About the chalk posture or the Tribhang posture? Ipsy? First posture or second posture? Tribhang.
Ma'am, I joined in late, so I want to know both the posters again, please.
Okay. See, and when I will show you steps in chalk and Tribhang, that time I'll show the postures again. So you can look at the postures. I'll show it once again. Now let me come to the second posture, that is the Tribhang posture. Okay. Now how do you take the Tribhang posture? Again, keep your hands. For now, keep it like this. Then I will show you how to change your hands. Okay. Now this, join your feet. Open. Now take your right leg, lift it and place it in front of your left leg. It's like making a T. T, angular T. You've seen T? The letter T, but without touching it. Okay, angular T. Can everybody see this clearly? So my right leg is pointing on the right corner and my left leg is pointing towards the left corner. Now I will sit in this. Now I will take my right hand, place it on top of my thigh, left hand near the waist, bend, fully bend, and then I just lift my head up. So this is the Tribhang posture. Is everybody clear with this? Can I see? Can I see? Can I see everybody doing this posture? Show it again. Okay, I'll show it again. Can you see my feet clearly? I'll come a little ahead. Okay. Now I will open this leg, both the legs. Now I'll lift my right leg, turn it, and just place it here. So it has formed a T. And now you see, take this fist, measure the distance. It should be this much distance. Leave this much distance between both the legs. Now bend, sit. Bend towards your right side and lift your head. Is it clear? Is it clear? Okay, now let's see. It's okay if you don't get the perfect posture today. It's absolutely fine. At least if you have understood it a little bit, that's also okay. Yes? Aradhana, can I see yours? Can I see your posture? It's okay. Even if you've not understood, it's absolutely fine. Whoever knows has got it can show me. Very good, Vanchika. Very good. Just keep your left hand on top of the thigh instead of waist. One hand on the thigh. Keep it down on your leg. Keep it on your leg. Your left hand on your leg. Correct. Correct. And bend little more towards your left side. Correct. Very good. Anybody else would like to try? Okay. Clear? Shall I move ahead? We'll do steps in this. Okay. Who is this? Ipsy. Okay, let me see Ipsy. Ipsy, you have to switch on your video. Then only I'll be able to see. Yes, show me. Yes, very good. Very good. Okay, very good. Very good. Now, okay, I'm sure some people who are learning Bharatanatyam and Kathak might know this Neha. Neha. Yes, Neha, show me. Where is Neha? Neha wanted me to see the posture. Very good, Neha. Very good. Very good. Chalo, now I will see everybody during the interactive session. Okay. Now, every dance form, when we perform on stage, very good, Disha. Very good. Now, every dance form that we perform on stage, especially the Indian classical dance forms that we have learned about, that we heard about Kathak, Bharatanatyam, Odissi, all these 8 dance forms, they are mainly, earlier they used to be performed in the temples, but now we perform them on stage. You see a lot of big artists performing them on stage and presenting beautiful recitals on these art forms. Now there is a format while presenting these dance forms on stage. Okay. So there are set of items that we do one after the other, set of dance pieces that we do one after the other in order to do a presentation of any classical dance form, especially Odissi. Now the first presentation in Odissi, when we are going on stage, the first thing that we perform is called the Mangalacharan. Mangalacharan is nothing but invocation to any lord. So because these dances have emerged from temples, before starting any performance, we first pray to any god. We can pray to Ganesh Ji, we can pray to Lord Vishnu, we can pray to Lord Krishna. So in their obeisance, we do a performance. Let me show you a short video.
Namaskar. Odissi is an Indian classical dance style from the eastern part of India. Natya Shastra, an encyclopedia on Indian dance, drama and music, written around 2nd century AD, has referred to this dance style.
I'm not able to stop it. Is it sharing?
At Puri, temple girls know to perform this dance for their deity Lord Jagannath. Odissi recital usually begins with Mangalacharan, which is an invocation for divine blessings. Today's Mangalacharan is Shiva Panchakshar Stuti. The great saint poet of India, Adi Shankaracharya, has described each and every syllable of the eternal chant Om Namah Shivaya in this Shiva Panchakshar Stuti.
Om Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Namah Shivaya, Shivaya. Yakhya Swarupaya, Yakhya Swarupaya Jatadharaya. Pinakahastaya Sanatanaya Divyaya Devaya Digambaraya 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 Tasmai Yakaraya Namah Shivaya Namah Shivaya Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya.
Okay. Was everybody able to see the video, dance video? Yeah. So which this Mangalacharan was offered to which god? You all can type here. Which god? Lord Shiva. Very nice. Lovely. Everybody is so knowledgeable here. Brilliant. So this was, so usually when we start an Odissi performance on stage, we start with an invocation to any god. Here it was invocation to Lord Shiva. Now when we move on to the second performance, so we keep having, so we don't dance for 1 hour or 2 hours at a stretch. We have short pieces while performing on stage. So this was the first short piece, Mangalacharan. It can be for 10-15 minutes. It's up to you how much you want to perform, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Now the next, usually in the format of Odissi performance, the second performance that we usually do on stage is a pure dance. Pure dance means, so in Indian classical dance forms, so I'll give you a background. In Indian classical dance forms, all the 8 dance forms, there are 2 types of dances that we do on stage. One is a pure dance. Pure dance is based on all the steps, the basic steps, which has no story in it. It's only dance. It's only creating patterns in space. Okay, there's no story, there is no abhinay in this. The second type of dance is called abhinaya, which has story. Sometimes we share story of Ramayana, sometimes we share story of Mahabharata, we share stories of any great writers also through our dance. So in that, we show different facial expressions. Through hands, we show different hand gestures in order to depict the story. One person who's a dancer will turn into many characters. That suppose we are showing a story on Ramayana. So that one same person who's dancing on stage will become Ram. That person will show Sita. So we don't have many characters. That one dancer is showing all characters. Ravan. Then the dancer is also showing deer. So that is called the Abhinay, second type of dance. So first I will show you now what is pure dance in Odissi. Okay. So we have many types of pure dance. One is Battu, one is Pallavi. I will show you a little bit of Pallavi.
Introduces and unfolds the beauty of Odissi as a language of expression. Pallavi literally means to elaborate. Movements are lyrical and graceful, with equal importance to rhythm and music.
Aham tarita jena, jenu tarita jenu, saham tarita jena, kukunda pada pamaga maga, dagama pagama panidapa, nisa nisa nidapa dapa maga maga, damaga sanidha dapa maga maga, damaga sa maga maga, dagama pagama pani ma pani sani tani dapa dapa maga maga, dagama pagama pani ma pani sani tani dapa dapa maga maga, nidapa maga maga, nidapa maga maga, nidapa maga maga, taham tarita jena, jenu tarita jenu, taham tarita jena, kukundarita ta, taham tarita jena, jenu tarita jenu, taham tarita jena, kukundarita ta, tarikit takata jena, tarikit takata jena, tarikit takata jena, tarita jinam, tarita jinam, tarita jinam, tajinam, 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 gama ga pa ni dha pa ma dha pa gama ga, gama ga pa ni dha pa ma dha pa gama ga, gama ga pa ni dha pa ma dha pa gama ga.
You all enjoyed it? Everybody? No, we can see. Did you all see? Were you all able to see the video? Please show me thumbs up. You all enjoyed the video? Everybody? So this was pure dance in Odissi. Okay, you saw it had all postures of chalk and tribhang. So if you learn, you will know that these were chalk and tribhang postures. So combination of both these stances. Thank you, thank you. Okay, so I talked about pure dance. Now the third type of performance is based on story. I'll show you just a short clipping about. Okay, so before this, we did an obeisance to. I showed you an obeisance to Lord Shiva. What is that called? What is that dance performance called? That dance piece. Does anybody remember? Chalk are the basic stances, na? So I mentioned. Does anybody remember? Mangla Charan. Okay, so that was called as Mangla Charan. And the second dance piece that I showed you, it was a pure dance. It was called as Pallavi. Okay, now the third, internet connection unstable. Yes, Pallavi, very good, everybody remembers. Now I will show you a short story. Now you all tell me what story was it, okay?
सुनहु देव रघुवीर कृपाला यही मृग कर अति सुंदर छाला आन चर्म कहती वैदेही।
Today we'll do only chalk. Next time we can do Tribhang. So everybody come stand in your chalk position. I will show you. You all can first watch me take the poster and watch the step. Then you all can do it. So we'll stand in the Odissi chalk posture. This was a stance in chalk. Okay. Now the first step in chalk. Okay, I'll show you. 1, 2, 1, 2. So basically we're just stamping both our feet in chalk position. And we are not going to lift our body. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. Was everybody able to see?